Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my kind of from January to March beauty favourites. I haven't sat down and filmed favourites in months and months, obviously because my life has been very busy. I've still been maintaining my consistent uploads and I'm really enjoying doing a mix of like beauty and a little bit of style, vlogs as well, a few teaching videos, a few videos on like my wedding planning process, all of that. I just feel like my channel is kind of, it started off as like being very beauty focused and now it's become like an amalgamation of my life, bits and pieces of my life, and I'm really enjoying that. So yeah, these products in front of me that I have are things that I have found myself reaching for quite often in the last couple of months and things that I really have been enjoying. There are budget friendly things here and there are very high-end things in here too, so something for everyone hopefully. I'm going to start with the base. The first thing I've been absolutely loving is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. This is an interesting one because when I first got this, I really wasn't sure what the fuss was about. I love the liquid foundation, but I found this to be very like almost greasy on me. It didn't last on me and I just struggled to make it work for my skin. Now I've realised that you have to apply a bit more than I was doing. I was kind of just swiping, one swipe on one cheek, one swipe on the other, one on my chin. You kind of have to apply a bit more for this product to work well in my opinion, but the finish that you get is beautiful and I personally love using this with like a really good buffing brush. This is the shade Y365, which is the exact shade I am in for the foundation, and I think one of the reasons why I love it so much is because it matches me perfectly. It's kind of like a fail-proof foundation in terms of I know if I put this on, I know my skin's gonna look right. I feel like it makes your skin look like the best version of skin it could ever look. That makes sense. It's not the longest lasting though, so definitely bear that in mind. For short amounts of time, for Davids and that sort of thing, I think it's absolutely wonderful. I've been really enjoying the Makeup Revolution Peach Cushion Corrector. So in the lid there's the actual corrector and then this is the applicator. Personally I just dab, blend in with my ring finger, I'm good to go. And I notice a massive difference when I'm not using this. At the moment I'm using a different corrector and I still feel like it's not done as good a job. You can still see my darkness here especially. Whereas I know if I'd use this guy, I would be not having to worry about darkness. Even with like a really full coverage concealer like the Kevyn Aucoin, I still like to use the corrector because I'm slightly obsessed with having a very flawless looking under eye. If you've got dark circles, you'll know what I mean. Like they make you look so much more tired, so much more older, exhausted looking, and as soon as you correct and conceal your darkness, you look like a different person. You look so much more like how you feel on the inside. That's how I feel anyway. So this is like my third one of this and I absolutely am obsessed with it. It has beaten my Soap and Glory one, it's beaten the Erase Paste, it's beaten all the other correctors that I've used and it's less than a £5. Sticking with the base, another affordable product is the Primark Strobing Highlighter Cream. I picked this up on a real whim, having no idea what to expect. I know they've been upping their game with their beauty products recently, but I just haven't picked up loads and loads. But I did get this, and I had to say it really reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Not in terms of longevity, like that stuff actually manages to make your foundation last longer and it works as a primer. This doesn't claim to do that and it doesn't do that. It's just a highlighter, but it's a really beautiful colour. So it's kind of like this gorgeous goldy warm golden sheen, and when you blend it into the skin it looks stunning. Now some liquid highlighters can look way too metallic. This in my opinion, like when it's really blended into a well moisturised face, looks so beautiful and just so radiant and sun-kissed. Like just look at my hand. Is that not stunning? I am obsessed. I've not been wearing foundation to work since I'd say actually way before my wedding. Like, and then I have some days where I feel like my skin needs a bit of an extra coverage, but on the whole I've stopped wearing foundation to work. This stuff with a bit of moisturiser just all over the skin makes my skin look like I'm wearing foundation, and it makes it just look so much more perkier and awake, and I feel like it adds a little bit of warmth as well to the skin, which is what I need because my face without foundation is very pale, and I know for a fact it's under £5, but it just is an all-round really good product and it's really good for the price as well. So I definitely recommend you pick this up next time you're in Primark. And then moving on to the most expensive product in my favourites. This is something I really didn't want to love, but I do. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. This is the volume 4. This is the only one I own. I've always lusted after this for years and years, ever since I started my blog when I was 18. I'd see, like, you know, bloggers talk about it and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, that's such a gorgeous palette, but I can't justify it. And the only reason why I got this was because it was part of my bridal beauty haul, and I thought, you know, I'm only gonna be a bride once, so I'm gonna treat myself. And honestly, I've been loving it. I've been taking it everywhere with me. So the packaging is very, very reflective, very pretty, very feminine, and it's got a lovely big mirror in it, so it's just perfect for traveling. The standout products for me have definitely been the blushes and the bronzer. Well, I'm wearing the blusher today on my skin, this one here, and I feel like it just looks so natural and so seamless. A lot of times blushes can look very, very harsh, very clown-like, especially if you're doing your makeup in the dark or if you're doing it in a rush. Blusher can make you just look like a bit of a hot mess. But with this guy, I never feel like that, and both of these are beautiful shades, but the one that I am absolutely obsessed with is the Luminous Glow blush. So I think, you know, in the future, not anytime soon, but in the future, I would definitely pick up one of their full size blushes, and also their bronzer too. There's something about the way these powders are created that just makes them look so seamless and beautiful on the skin. You can't look overdone in them. I thought that the bronzer would be very, very light for me, and I thought, you know, am I gonna really use it? But I have used it so much, surprisingly, which is awesome. Yes, they are expensive. Yes, they are a really big treat, but they're gonna last me a good while. I'm gonna take them with me again on holiday in a couple of weeks, inshallah. These powders I kind of want to use a bit more because I feel like, obviously, I've brought the whole palette to try their whole range of powder products, and it would be a shame if I don't get enough use out of them. So I definitely am going to be using these a bit more in the coming weeks to see how I really feel about them, but my actual favourites are these three. They are beautiful. Next up, we have another slightly pricey product. I'm sorry guys, but you know when you buy something and then, for me, now I've moved house and I've like rearranged all my stuff and gone for it all, I'm like, there's so many things that I don't use enough of. I need to use more of this before it expires. Like, that's the reality of makeup is, yes, you can keep buying and keep buying and keep up with the latest releases, but the old makeup that you bought 2 or 3 years ago is eventually going to expire. And again, that could be a whole different video for me, but I am definitely in the mode of I want to use up my things. One of these products is the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita palette. This was so popular like 2 years ago, I feel like. I think it was 2 years ago. It's a gorgeous palette. Now, I had a really, really fantastic counter experience with this palette when I went to the Harrods store. The lady gave me a beautiful smoky eye using this palette and I was obsessed. This shade in particular, this sparkly one here, is everything. Honestly guys, it is so stunning. It's just the most beautiful shade. If you've got brown eyes like me, you definitely should get this palette, just this shade, which is crazy because it's such a lot of money and it is one of those massive treats. Like I said before, it's a big, big treat. The shade has got like little particles of glitter in that are packed in, and again, for brown eyes, it brings out the brown in your eyes like nothing I've ever seen before. And the rest of the shades are pretty good too. I use these two quite a lot, and then this one is good for deepening up. The quads are expensive, and there's none of the other ones that I've particularly drawn to me or that I want to drop a large amount of money on. But this quad, I'm actually really glad I picked up and treated myself to, because there is nothing in my collection like that. Moving on to Colourpop. Now, that's another brand that I feel like I've rediscovered in my move, and I have so many lip products from them. Honestly, I definitely want to be doing a couple of videos just dedicated to Colourpop lip products and, you know, showing them on my more olive skin tone. I haven't purchased from them in a long time because I have so many, and the particular product I'm going to talk about today is the Aquarius lip gloss. It's what I'm wearing right now. I love that it's not sticky. I love that the coverage is pretty good. It's pretty decent. You can build it up a little bit. And I love that this shade is very close to my natural lip colour, so it's perfect for that kind of, I'm wearing a bit of makeup but I really didn't make much effort today. And that's the kind of look I've been going for recently, like the sort of dewy, glowy kind of look that, as you can tell from my favourites, is what I've been loving. I have been obsessed with the satin lip in Calypso, which literally lives in my car. Colour actually lasts really well, but it doesn't dry my lips out. It looks really nice. It's perfect for work as well. Oh my gosh guys, the next thing I have repurchased twice already because I love it, and I think I have finally found my HG eyeliner. This has been a long time coming. I remember doing a whole like battle of the drugstore eyeliners on my blog like a couple of years ago. I love eyeliner. It's such a staple part of my routine, my makeup routine. I almost always have eyeliner on. I feel like myself when I have eyeliner on, and sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. You know, you win some, you lose some. This eyeliner though, this guy right here, is the most perfect drugstore eyeliner I have ever used. I don't like paying a lot of money for eyeliners. It's something that I use so often that I have to replace often, and I don't want to be spending £20 on an eyeliner that's going to last me 2 to 3 months. This is Renaissance Flick Liner from Makeup Revolution. The packaging, first of all, is gorgeous. You could easily mistake this for a very high-end brand, but no, this is Makeup Revolution at its finest. I love the way that it's like a pen. I love the grip on it as well. They've really designed this well. So you've got the thick part here, which allows you to have a very good control on your eyeliner. It's not too long. And then if you take the lid off, the nib is a felt tip nib. Personally, I love them because they've got a very thin inner point, which is great for your inner corner and for creating that flick, but the middle bit is thicker, so you can easily create some depth to your eyeline, and it is so easy to do a wing liner with this guy. I also love the colour of this. The pigmentation is amazing. I'm wearing it today with one swipe on each eye to get the pigmentation. You don't have to build it up, and even when it's getting towards the end of its life, it doesn't start like getting grey or watery, and it doesn't sting my eyes at all, and it lasts a very good amount of time. But it's super easy to remove. There are some eyeliners that are great out there in the drugstore, but they are very tough to remove, and you find yourself having to kind of almost scrub out your eyes, which is never a good thing for that delicate eye area. And anytime Makeup Revolution have some sort of sale on, these two things I am stocking up on, because I genuinely cannot do my makeup without them. Like, well, I could, but it just wouldn't look as good as it does now. So if there's anything you take from this video, pick up these two things. They are fantastic. I know I'm rambling on. Like I said, I've not spoken about makeup for so long. I'm just so excited and I have so much to say, but I need to wrap it up a bit. So the next item is something that I've been using quite a lot since I got married, because you know, when you get married and you're Asian, you get invited to a lot of dinner parties and davets and post-wedding sort of festivities, which is lovely. I have been really enjoying having these in the weekends, and it's been a nice welcome distraction from work. And one of the things I like to do is play with glitter, and I've always liked playing with glitter. I've always enjoyed it. The trouble with glitter is it's hard to sometimes find the right adhesive to stick with. But Primark have come out with this new face glue. It's £1. This is what the packaging looks like. It's just got a gold lid, and it says for use with glitter and like face crystals. Now it doesn't say that you can't use it on your eyes. However, it does say face glue, not eye glue. So I would be a little bit more cautious with this, and the applicator is a doe foot, and it's fairly, like, it's not particularly large or anything. If your eyes are more sensitive, if you're a bit more wary, I would just use a very thin like eyeliner brush and dip it in and put it on my eyes like that. But this works really well, and it lasts the whole time you need it to. So for £1, you honestly cannot go wrong. And then the last thing I have been incredibly obsessed with, and actually my husband's been loving this too, is the B Vitamin Facial Spritz. This is supposed to instantly energize and awaken the skin. I adore this. I spray this in the morning when I wake up. I put this on before I do my moisturizer. I put this on when I've done my foundation and I've done all my powder and my baking and, you know, all the rest of it. I spray this then, and I spray this at the end, and whenever my face is feeling a bit tired and my skin's looking a bit dull, I spray this. So this is my second bottle, and you can see I've used quite a lot of it. It says it's supposed to instantly energize because it has caffeine, vitamin C and cucumber juice in it. It's supposed to boost the skin's radiance for a well-rested healthy glow, and it has an uplifting fragrance, and it revitalizes and awakens the skin. I got it on offer. I think I got like buy one get one half price, so it made it such good value for money. I feel like this is like the new Mario Badescu, like that's easily available in the UK. Those are all the beauty products I've been loving in the last 3 months. Is there anything in here that you guys have been loving too? I would love to know. Definitely leave a comment down below. And if there's any of these products that you would like further reviews on, or demos on, or tutorials with, then let me know and I'll be happy to film that for you at some point. I have got a super busy couple of weeks coming up, but I hope you are enjoying the uploads. Anyway, Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, then click the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!